Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with the final episode of Macross 7 Plus, Episode 11, Let's Bomber. You know, it's funny, because this is supposed to be seen after episode, what did we just watch, 47?
47, yeah.
Of Macross Plus, wherein they were at a concert, and the thing behind them said, Let's fire.
Let's bomb. Let's
no, it
fire.
said Let's Fire. You even said it out loud during the episode. And the title of this one, which is meant to be seen exactly after it, is Let's Bomber. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't feel like they planned anything. Like all the credit that I gave them ahead of time for the math working out on the number of dead pilots during that one attack. And then they said, oh, this many people died. And it's like, that's the wrong number of people. Even though the on-screen number of survivors matches what I said. Oh, well. Anything to say before we get into this?
Let's see what happens.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Macross 7. Let's bomb.
Bevel.
That's a music video, basically. It's a new song, I think. Which the audience, unless you go to Patreon, will not be able to hear. Unless you're hearing it on your own, following along. That's a bit dangerous and dumb.
I was going to say, I haven't had a problem with any of copyright issues on any of the other Plus episodes, so this might be fine for YouTube. Is that Basara?
Yeah.
It sounds like it has a different tone. Battery's singing in the bathroom.
I think it's a preview for their album, basically.
Well, maybe. I'd say this kind of sounds like one of those basement tracks, like for the unreleased songs of artists. Great. He's also a graffiti artist. Oh, never mind. It's not his own fucking thing. I don't care. I'm glad we didn't get that in the show.
Yeah, he's now flying to space naked.
Unless that's in the next two episodes where he flies off naked to save Civil. Because she did spray him with a bunch of energy. Maybe Basara ends the show with Proto-Devlin powers.
Ugh. It wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe that's why everybody likes him. He's the Setsuna of Macross. They really could have used that as the theme song for Diamond Force. Or you know, like somewhere at the end of the show, Gamblin gets a phone call and it's just like a ringtone. Diamond are calling. Oh?
Yeah, but it is in 1990, so I don't think ringtones would have been a thing.
I don't...
On maybe. Cell phones that were like this big? No, they were not a thing.
Well, I mean, we have those little, those video phones that he's got on the show.
Yeah, but the idea of a ringtone, as we know that today, is because
okay, well, I mean, to work with me here, it doesn't have to be a ringtone. You know, he starts up like any call that Gamblin sends out. This is a message from Diamond Force. Diamond are calling, and then it's him on screen.
Oh well, if it were a messaging service, yeah, that would probably be like it would be his let's call it voicemail.
Well, again, I'm just using the example of when Mylene sent him a message, and then he sent messages back and forth, just like. You know, got a little emoji thing goes across the screen with his diamond calling, and then it's just whatever plain message he has afterwards.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, yeah, the last Macross Plus turned out to be, Macross 7 Plus. That's going to be annoying if they do that for another show. Macross Frontier Plus.
I don't think this exists too.
Yet, turns out that's the new show, Macross Frontier Plus. Ah, man, Macross Plus could just be a network that plays nothing but Macross. And I guess Robotech, because you need something to fill in the space.
I mean, that's what Disney Plus is doing, so.
Well, for some of it, they don't have the rights to SDF Macross.
No. That's Robotech over at Crunchyroll, so, yeah.
I just think it'd be, you have the Robotech in there as the comedy version of Macross. I don't think it's the narrator adds a hilarious element to me. I don't even know what they changed. I was just seeing that one episode, or that part of one episode, so I could hear the song that one commenter said was really great and was better than this version. Better than the Lin-Min-Mei song. And the narrator just adds having everything explained all the time. Maybe it's just like me thinking about like Dragon Ball Z, like the narrator popping in every moment to explain what you just saw. It's just funny. I guess maybe it would be helpful from Macross 7. Yeah, if Robotech ever was able to get its latches into Macross 7 at some point, to be able to, like, explain to us what happened. Oh, that would be amazing to go back and rewatch this with a narrator. Every time there was a mystery we couldn't have figured out, the narrator is just telling us point blank, oh, is that what happened? Huh. Yeah. All right, any final thoughts about our two short music videos?
No. I mean, the music was... That music actually was very 80s, in fact. Like, it felt like 1987, top of the adult music chart, right? You're driving somewhere, it's like...
Well, I've said the entire show was 80s soundtrack, so... I know it came out in the 90s, but it feels like the inspiration for the music is the 80s. I had better examples back when we first started watching, but for now it's just been the same. I don't know. I like Lin-Min-Mei's soundtrack well enough anyway. I obviously like this better, but I guess it's the fact that I wasn't like all in on Lin-Min-Mei's the songs themselves, that I started really, really feeling repetitive. Whereas these, they're in my ballpark of music. Like the genres I love and everything. So even though I'm hearing the same songs over and over again, maybe that's an extension of what 80s rock was. That there are a bunch of like repetitive beats into like the guitar riffs and everything that you could just repeat them over and over again and they don't really matter. I don't know. It just doesn't harsh my enjoyment of it. But these two songs I don't really feel anything about. Probably because they were just really short and they didn't attach to anything. Like, at least with the songs that I hear in the show, they attach to the scenes that I've seen them in. And to some degree, they kind of go along with what's happening. The lyrics might not matter at all. Although I will say, here towards the end of the show, the lyrics kind of at least match up. Like, when Basar's singing Fly Away, he's typically singing at somebody who needs not be in the situation they're in.
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll see what happens. We have 2 episodes left and then everything after. But, whatever is going to happen will happen soon.
Yeah. Next recording, we'll be recording the last 2 episodes together. And then, I forget what's that, Encore? Encore's next?
The first episode of Encore, yeah.
Yeah. We have very little to what Encore and the movie after the weekend recording. So... we'll know what Macross 7 is ultimately all about by then. But for this time, though, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stone Face Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?